What's up, guys? QuarterHoarder here. We are out today at a new permission that Charlie just got. We looked on the LiDAR maps. There was old Colonial properties over there. I saw it looked like a house and a barn. There's some really old houses that are still standing across the street. So hopefully it's going to be an amazing day. Of course, it's me. We got our buddy Chris, who's all the way up from Florida, going to join us. Dog Tag Doug, Mexican Doug, Jane Fond Doug, Rich Van Winkle, Charlie the Heritage Relic Hunter, and of course, Lynn with the new nickname for the first time reveal.
Oh dear.
Lindiana Jones. It should be one heck of a day. Let's fire the machines up, see what we can find. So back in the first dig, and we'll see you guys soon. Later.
Lindiana Jones.
Yeah.
Well, we're starting off the day in this new field we've never been to. We have a backup plan and a backup to the backup plan if this field doesn't work out. But it's pretty big, goes way off to the right. Colonial houses all around it. And Charlie got the first find of the day, and this is a bit of a mystery. Take a look at this. Oh. Now, we thought it could possibly be a copper coin, but look at that weird shape. Almost looks like a cob, you know, like, but it's clearly not. I don't know, Charlie. We did flashlight it already. Rich looked at it. I didn't see anything on either side. Just could be a really beat up, misshapen copper coin.
Yeah. Got it near the road over there, so.
We did see a couple of old structures that, who knows what they were. Houses, barns. We just saw old squares that were scarred into the earth.
I feel like a snowman.
I know, it's cold today. I don't know what the heck happened. It was 75 degrees yesterday, and today it's freezing.
And tomorrow's going to be 71.
Yeah, we came out on the cold day. Yeah. But on the bitter cold day, Lynn, I had a good signal. My first dig, it was a 40 on the machine, a little bouncy, and I wasn't sure. And I used the brand new digging tools that I'm using now. Big shout out to Excalibur Shovels. Sent me this beauty. I think he called the color like Dragon Hawk or something. It glows in the dark, Lynn. So, at nighttime, it literally glows in the dark.
Well, you won't get lost out here at night.
No, and I got the hand digger for it too. So I'm super stoked. I love new gear. You almost don't want to get it dirty, you know what I mean? But anyway, my first signal, this 40, was this old musket ball here. Well, at least it was, it hit something. It wasn't a drop. It's a good sign of age, though. Based on the patina, I got to think it's at least over 150 years old or so. So I'm happy to have that. Yeah, and there's quartz all over the ground. So Rich is in his glory, like looking for arrowheads. But I will take my first find of the day, found with the new shovel of the day, hunting a new spot for the day. New. Let's see if we can find some old. All right, Rich has the first find of the day. Rich is probably going to have the most finds of the day.
This it's a weird size, and it was a high tone. So we'll find out together.
Okay. Oh, it is a weird size.
Yeah. And I scratched it.
Oh, Rich.
I knew everybody was going to notice, so I just brought it up.
The edge is odd, too. I bet it's going to be a token.
Maybe.
I think it's going to be a token, because it's
like green. I'm wondering.
It is a weird size, though. It's like a little bit bigger than a nickel, but not a quarter size.
Right.
And it looks too thick to be a half cent.
It was a good high tone, upper 40s.
Is there anything you see?
He's gonna brush it. I'm thinking token or foreign, something.
Green.
Why does it look like?
Almost looks like a shield nickel.
That's what I'm seeing.
A shield nickel.
Well, that's what it looked like.
Wouldn't have been a high tone.
Oh, it's a 2-cent piece. You son of a gun. The 2-cent piece.
Like it's a smaller two than normal.
Let me see.
Am I wrong?
Well, two's a small number, Rich. Look at that. You scratched it right where the 2 is. You
right under the 2.
Right under the 2.
Richard matches your
Look
IQ,
at that.
Richard Dixon.
Doesn't that look a little bigger?
No, I think that's an average size 2. Yeah, we don't find a lot of these, so we're probably just not used to seeing them as many. And the back of the 2-cent piece does kind of have that same shieldy, squiggly line like a shield nickel would have. Yeah. Rich, is this your first one, Rich?
It's my first one I found on camera.
Oh, you found one when I wasn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if this is a better one. If we can get a date off this, everyone we find are like 1860. Was it 4 or 5, Charlie?
64, 65.
Yeah, let's see if we can get like a 70s one. Those are the rarest ones.
I've never seen anything beyond 64, 65.
All right, there's Rich's wicked cool 2-cent piece. It's not cleaned up really well. This is, this is about as good as it's going to get. You can see the big number 2. He did nick it a little bit with the shovel, but I mean, at least it's
second hole of the day. I really wasn't.
And it's not mint condition either. So
Not awake yet.
luckily he didn't nick a mint one. Now this side is the side that would have the year, and it's not cleaned up at all. It's really caked on there. You know, Rich, if I found this, I might consider putting it in a tumbler. You know, with some walnut shells or something not too abrasive. That might clean it up really well.
Yeah, I can do that at home.
You got nothing to lose, really. It's a rough one. Some of the 2-cent pieces are really rare. Everyone we've ever found has been that 64, 65. So one day we're going to find a rarer one. I can just feel it in my bones. But heck of a good start, man. Well done, and it gives me high hopes we're going to find even more around this place.
Yeah.
All right, Charlie, the Heritage Relic Hunter is hunting up near the road. Up near the road's interesting. There would have been a lot of activity. You do get some blow-in trash from the street, but he got something pretty cool, and we're trying to figure out what the heck it might be.
Right there.
Yeah, definitely got age.
It looks like it feels like it's copper. Is it green?
Yeah.
It looks like you think it's a cactus?
Don't know.
It's some sort of a bush, like a burning bush.
Definitely some kind of an adornment for something.
I'm going to clean up now. I forgot my detecting brush, so I brought my toothbrush with me today.
Oh, look at that.
Brought
That's
my
like a
toothbrush.
sonic
And you
cleaner.
can turn it on?
Dr. Fresh.
Let me hear. Oh, that
Do
is
you know
fresh.
Dr. Fresh?
You know, Charlie, 3 out of 4 detectors recommend that brush.
He had that soap. What's that soap called? Lick me all over.
Oh, the lick me all over soap? Yeah.
Dr. Fresh invented that soap. He's in jail right now.
Let's see if Dr. Fresh can clean up your cactus.
Okay.
I don't even think you have to move back and forth. That defeats the purpose of the bristles guy.
I know. It's
You
not,
might take all
feel that?
day.
Can you feel it?
We don't know
It's
what the heck
working.
we're doing.
it is.
Yeah. All right, Chris, who came all the way up from Florida to join us on some hunts. I'm hoping he's going to get something good. What's funny, your rental car that you got has Florida tags. When I saw it today, I thought you drove up,
Yeah.
which would have been like a 26-hour drive.
Well, every rental car I get for some reason, Jason, has Florida tags.
There's so many people from up here that go to Florida and back, you know,
Yeah.
maybe there's just, that's what comes back. But Chris said he's got himself a button, first button of
little
the day.
button right here. I haven't cleaned it off or
Oh,
anything.
yeah, it looks
so-
like dime size.
Yeah, so
Oh, it's
I mean-
is it a convex?
It looks like it's con something or other.
it's back in the hole.
Isn't it back there, right there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thanks, Lynn.
Yeah.
We never would have found it.
I think it's going to be something cool, Chris, because I can feel how concave it is.
Oh, it's concave on the top.
Yeah, concave on the top, vex on the bottom. I think the shank's busted off. I don't think it's bent over. Let's give it the brush down.
It's a nice early button.
I think the front's going to have nothing, but there might be a manufacturer's mark on the back, and that'll be pretty cool. All right, there's Chris's button. The concaviness is the fancy. There's no design or anything like that on it. A little bit of corrosion. The back, we cleaned up a little bit. You can see where the shank was. It's kind of sheared off clean. There may have been a manufacturer. We can't see one at the moment. But this button is old, Chris. This is pre-Civil War. It could go back to like the 1830s. So whoever wore this is no longer with us, my
Hey,
friend.
I'm stoked. That's awesome.
That's a nice one. And if there's buttons around and there's 2-cent pieces, it should be a really good day. Awesome find, my friend.
Thanks, Jason.
Well, I'm walking this field. The guys are a little bit behind me. Charlie, Rich already found some good stuff. But I have this signal here that could be a good one for me. Where is it? Right there. Right there. It's hard to get a good swing because I'm hitting some small stalks from the soybeans. But as I rotate on it, getting that nice high 49 signal. Could very well be a coin. And it's small. You hear how it just stops? That's really the key to coins. As I pull back, you'll hear it just stop. Like kind of go on there. If it was like a bottle cap, it would attenuate out. Same with the front. Just kind of go on. So I'm going to dig this up. This could be something really good. Fingers crossed with a little bit of luck. All right, well, the gang came over, and that's because I dug that 48 signal, and I got something good. I didn't really see it yet. I just got to look at the edge, Doug, but I'm almost positive it's going to be a coin. I kept under this dirt bomb until you guys got over. I think it was in this one. Right there. Whoops.
Whoa.
Right there.
Ooh, wow, that's a copper.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a thick one, too.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was coming up at 49.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Why does that
It's got a weird edge on it.
Oh, maybe it's a silver-plated copper.
Yeah, it's got.
It is. I see the wreath in the center.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. It's. I see 1 cent.
Why is it shiny?
Why does it look weird like that, Dougie?
It's a counterfeit.
Maybe the ground's just real gritty and it's got like micro scratching on it.
Micro scratching.
Wow.
Oh yeah, because I see stars coming through.
Yeah, it might jump out of
The
there.
wind is so strong. I should be able to see it really well. Look at it right before our eyes, Doug. Let's see what I get out of it.
Nice. Look at those stars.
All right, well, there's my coin brushed down, and the wind is just whipping so much today. It dried it pretty quickly for us. Lynn thinks she sees 1825 at the bottom.
Or 35.
Or 35?
I see a 5.
Okay, I see a 1 and an 8. I can't make out what the third digit is either. But it's got good detail. You can see all the stars. You can see the matrons facing to my fingertips. And the back side here, a little beat up. You can see an O. So that's pretty good. I'll take the O, Lynn.
Yeah, you can see the wreath.
But that was a screaming signal. Stopped me in my tracks, 48, 49. So hey, this, a 2 cent piece of flat button, we're off to a really good start. Let's hope we can keep this day going as we keep pushing down this field. Well, I got a call from across the field that the Heritage Relic Hunter got something good. He's got his sonic cleaning brush out, which means he's going to be cleaning something good and hopefully old. I thought he yelled out copper, but I couldn't hear it. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a good size, Charlie. It looks like it's going to be thin.
You just found what I heard.
I got a matron.
Okay.
And mine looked really weird, but it had good detail. Yours looks thinner. I think yours is going to be older.
Okay.
Let's see what we get.
Clean it up here.
Oh, it's a washer. Or at least it was turned into a washer. That's why it's thin.
Oh.
The curse of the sonic cleaning brush.
Dr. Fresh did
Maybe
too
it was a
good of
coin
job.
turned into a washer, though. Let's see. Right now,
There's a ring around here.
it's looking washer. That darn sonic cleaner. All right, well, Charlie, I always like to look at everything. So even though we dismissed it as a washer, everybody walked away, I started cleaning it, and it is not a washer. Chris, can you retrieve his brush that he threw?
Absolutely.
Because look at this. Lynn, give me a little side light, please. This is what we saw. Let me see if I can come around here. And it's clearly looking like a washer, but this side I saw that it was mushroomed around the hole. So I brushed it more and more, and you can clearly see right there the bust, and it is King George II facing to the left. This is a almost 300-year-old coin that they used as a washer or whatever they needed at the time, and we all dismissed it. You never know. And turns out that it's something amazing.
Nice,
That Dr. Fresh sonic brush, Chris, might be good luck after all.
Yes, it will.
Charlie chucked it over his shoulder.
It's good luck, Jason.
He chucked it over his shoulder. Well, Charlie, maybe we'll look later for a date, but that is amazing, and I can easily see the bust as the wind hits it. Way to go. It went from super psyched to super disappointed, back to psyched again. That's what it's all about. Yeah, you better love on that brush. Good job, my friend. All right, Dougie got his first find of the day, and I think it's going to be a button.
Earth-shattering.
Well, you shattered the earth to get it. That's all that matters. He's got a little button, I think, Doug.
It's got something on there, it looks like.
Now, Lynn said
green.
it's possible it could have been a thumbtack.
The top of a thumbtack, but it's really green, so I think it's
Yeah, you could see.
Part of
I think
the
it's going to be a
it's
button.
brass or
And it
copper.
feels like it's a little bit puffy, where I think it's going to have an image on this side. It could be military. I think something's going to be on there, Doug. I can even see something starting to come through.
Really?
A little bit, yeah.
Doesn't hold my interest
Right there.
quite as
No,
much as it
I'm
holds
telling
yours.
you, when I brush it, I think it is going to. I see something at the top. Can you see it, Lynn, from my angle?
I do see some raised areas.
There's something
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up. There's going to be an,
I
I
do
think
see
you're
it.
going to be excited.
Okay.
Let me brush it and get the light,
Should I
Doug.
set the alarm or what?
Hold on to your horses, Doug. Let me clean up and we'll see what we get.
Hold me down, Lynn.
Get ready. Oh.
I cleaned up your button, Doug, and
Did you?
you're probably not going to be real impressed by it after all.
I don't know why you were making all the hoopla.
Well, I mean, it looked like it had potential.
has a design on
And
it.
there's something in the middle.
Oh yeah, I do see that, and it does look like it was intended to be there.
Yeah, I can't make out what it is, if it was anything. But it's a, hey, it's a nice
I hope
button.
that isn't the highlight of my day.
Hey, listen, we all have good days and bad days.
Yeah.
If this is your good day, you know, embrace it. Embrace
Can I
it.
see it closer?
Oh sure.
Nice find, Doug. I like the underwater headphones too, Doug. If a flood comes in, you're prepared. All right, we got a cool double here that Charlie in this hole found something almost the same that Chris found way down beyond Doug. So even though they were found 70 yards apart, we're going to do a little comparison. Here's Charlie's. Where is it, Charlie? Oh, I see it. I see it. It looks like the top of an old crotal bell. And that looks like it's going to be a hand-drilled top too, Charlie.
Oh, there's like something in the.
Oh, it's got a piece of iron in there?
Yeah. Not much to it, but that's part of a crotal.
It's very old too. And Chris found a piece too. I didn't even see Chris's piece. Let's see who wins the battle of the pieces.
I've never even found a crotal bell before, Jason.
Oh, all right.
So I really was hoping it was whole, but it's not whole.
Oh, that's pretty darn close though.
Oh, let's see.
That's pretty darn close.
Do we have judges here that can determine which one's nice?
Well, I think it's. Do we need a judge? He's got what you have and so much more. Yeah, I mean, you've got probably 70%. Yeah,
maybe.
but it looks like, and I can't see with the hole in it, if it was a hand drilled, it looks like it's going to be an oval shape. So if that was hand drilled, these are super duper old, Chris.
Right.
But that means, you know, with obviously two tops, there was at least two crotal bells in this field.
Maybe he could get the maker's mark. Maybe he could get what size it is too.
Yeah.
It's like a number 3.
Well, hey, let's see if we can find crotal bell number 3. Because each one we get find, they're getting more and more.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see if we can get a complete one out of it. Hey, good double there, fellas.
Thanks, Jason.
Probably got a hole in it, that's why.
All right, Dougie's got himself on the board. He gave the copper signal.
It looks like there's a shank on it.
It looks like.
Oh, you think it's a button, Lynn?
No, I don't think so.
No, I mean, it looks like a coin.
It has a bump on it.
It looks like it has a bump.
A bump. Ooh.
Oh.
You know what? Maybe it is.
It might be a big
See?
coat button, Doug.
Yeah. Look at that.
It's rare Doug yells out the correct thing he finds. But at least it's something good. At least it's something good.
It's thick.
I
too.
think it's
Wow,
very
that
thick,
is.
Doug.
That is a shank.
Yeah, it looks like a shank, and I don't see an image right away. But
It's
I would
very
think a
clean.
button this size, I would see the image
is.
popping through.
It's like puffy.
I never saw one like that.
It's a puffy butt.
Yeah, it's a Puffy the Magic Dragon button. All right, let's brush it, Doug, because I can't see anything, and it's got to have an image, I would think.
Something that big.
All right, let's take a look.
Should be.
Brush it like a baby's bottom, Doug.
Oh,
Like
I'd
a
rather
baby's
not. I
bottom.
don't think like that.
All right, there's Doug's wannabe copper, but an actual button. It was really weird because the shank looked really old, but with nothing on the front, we thought maybe it's more modern. But on closer inspection, if I can get it, Rich, on the very edge, you can see a little bit of fanciness. It was just a very light stamping, and it kind of wore down over time.
Yeah, I see this whole left edge.
Yeah, just on the edge. And from one angle, I thought I saw a faint crosshatch pattern going over the center of the button, but it's hard to see. It's just coming and going. So Doug, you got a really nice old button.
Yeah, here's the first button for scale. I think what we ought to do is some genetic testing to see if those two are mother and son.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Remember the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and
Yeah,
Danny DeVito?
yeah, that's about the-
yeah. This is about what you got. Doug's two finds of the day. He got the smallest button ever and one of the biggest buttons ever.
Yeah.
So, hey, nice job, Doug. You are in the zone for buttons. AutoZone.
I hope that doesn't last all
What are we
night.
talking about? We love old buttons. Well, good job, Dougie.
Yeah.
Let's keep this party going.
Yeah.
All right, Doug gave the copper signal again. The last copper signal turned out to be a button. Still a good find, though.
Yeah, well, this is definitely
I think this
a copper.
is for real.
All right, he's giving. This is the for real copper sign.
It rang up.
Oh, I see it. That
Unless
looks
it
more
was-
coppery.
This was a shank on the other side. Oh yeah.
I think you're going to get something good out of it too, Doug.
Rich said it. I think it's going to be silver, and I said, oh well, I hope so.
The thinness of it, I'm thinking it's going to be an older one, maybe a state copper actually.
Really?
I can't see anything. I'm just basing it on the thinness and
Really?
you know a little bit of a hunch. Do you have a brush here? Can you use
yeah.
my super soft brush?
I got a super soft.
That brush is like.
This is.
Oh, that one looks better. Okay. The normal one you say is soft. You could
It's
kill
like-
a cow with it. Yeah.
Steel wool.
All right, let's see what he can get. I think he's gonna get something good.
You think so?
I do. All right, there is Doug's copper, and as soon as I picked it up, I said I think it's going to be a state copper, and son of a gun, Lynn, I got one right. Now, when we first cleaned it, we saw nothing.
Didn't think we were gonna.
No. But then very faintly on the right side of the coin, if I rotate it just enough, now it'll be at the top, I can see it says Connecticut. I thought it might have been a Jersey state copper, but it's a Connecticut state copper.
Which I
Way to
think
go,
may
Doug.
be the first that the group has found.
No, we
Well,
found them
definitely,
before.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised because the Connecticut coppers are one of the more common state coppers, but for some reason we don't get a lot of them down here.
Yeah.
We get mostly Jerseys,
Yep.
and now Doug's first ever Connecticut.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
thanks.
you got something really nice, and you said it was screaming. I actually liked your analogy, Doug. You said it was so loud that the pinball wizard from The Who would have heard it. It was the deaf, dumb,
Tommy.
and blind kid, right?
Yes, Tommy. Yes. Rich said, "Oh, I think he got silver." I said, "Well, regardless of whether it's silver or copper."
Usually I
knew it
cut
was
Doug's
a coin.
jokes out because they're not always good. That's a winner,
That was
Doug.
pretty good.
That's
That's
going
a
on page
wizard.
2 of the book.
Okay.
The coin's a winner and the joke is a winner.
Yeah, well.
Nice job,
We'll
Dougie.
keep you another week, right?
Well, Lynn, I hate to do live digs, Lynn, because there's always a curse. I never get anything good. But I got a good signal here, so I'm definitely going to dig it right there.
Oh, yeah. It's small.
Yeah, it's small. It sounds good from every direction as I circle on it. So I'll try to live dig it, Lynn. I'm going to hand the camera to you and see. I'd hate to miss it if it is good. So fingers crossed. Let me hand this to Lynn.
Get him a little closer here.
Still down there. Right on it. Right there. Try to get behind it. Oh, I think it's a buckle.
What is
Oh, it's a buckle.
it? Oh.
Thanks for the disappointing oh.
D-buckle? It's the first buckle of the day?
It's 1800s. It's not what I
Yeah.
wanted, but I'm not going to put it back. You know what I mean? All right, well, Rich pulled out a little bit towards the middle of the field because he saw this cut where the water runoff is. A lot of stones and rocks collected there, and he loves looking for the arrowheads. But he was detecting along the way too, thank goodness, Lynn, because he got something good. Where is it, Rich?
Both.
Yeah.
Here, you said? Oh, I see it, yeah.
What's
Well,
out of the hole?
43.
Yeah, it's
A
still
little
43.
low, but I can see from the size of it, it's a really large
Wow.
copper
Looks like
circle.
a button.
It's thin.
Yeah, it's thin,
Looks like
but
it's got a shank on that side.
No, I think it's
No
just dirt.
shank.
I think it's a coin. Doug's coppers have turned into buttons all day, but
Yeah.
well, he got a good Connecticut.
Oh, yeah.
He got a Connecticut.
Sure did.
Anything jumping out at you, Rich?
this might be another Connecticut.
Yeah, really.
I see a CT right there, I think.
Well,
We need your flashlight for sure.
yeah.
Can you imagine 2 Connecticut's in the...
Oh, I do see some writing going around at like 3 o'clock.
Right here.
You have a Connecticut, don't you, Rich?
No,
You don't?
it'll be my first.
Oh, wow, we're knocking bucket listers off. It's really ugly looking.
You just
I do see the C right there at the top at 12 o'clock.
Oh, his is beautiful.
What?
I'm seeing all that writing up there.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, Lynn.
I'm telling you.
All right, let's give it a better brush down.
I see
I do see the CT.
CT.
I think it is going to be a Connecticut. I can't see any bust yet. Let's clean it up and we'll see if we can get a good look at it. Hold on. All right, here's Rich's copper, and man, this thing is pretty cool. Now, when Rich first saw the letters CT on the coin that you see up at the top, that is not actually part of the word Connecticut. It's the Latin word auctori that I think means something like, you know, we have the authority. And on the right side would have been Connecticut. And you can even see the bust facing to the left in the center of the coin. Now this bust looks like it's King George, and I'm not even sure if it is or just some sort of a resemblance to King George so that the people back then would be familiar with the coin when it passed through their hand. Now on the other side of the coin, this is super cool because the Connecticut copper has a weird thing where you can see up at the top there are letters way off from the edge like most coins would have. It's actually like a shorthand abbreviation for independence. And then if you were to rotate it, the other side would have a few other letters that were kind of like the shorthand abbreviation for liberty. So even though it's not in the greatest shape, it is another Connecticut copper, and you can see the key details to at least make out what the heck it is. But let's keep going because hopefully I'd like to get on one of these if there's a big spill of state coppers around.
Way out here.
All right, we're working this cut in the ground, looking for arrowheads, detecting around. Rich, right on the edge of the little cutout, got himself a toy car, and he said it was a Lesney, which are nice. Those are the original Matchbox.
Yeah. Has it got all the tires?
I see three tires. Yeah, it's like Chris's rental. Yeah, I could see. Oh, it says Land Rover.
First Land Rover.
But Rich, whenever we find an open top vehicle, there's a certain thing we have to do. So usually Doug has to do it. So Rich is getting into the position. Let's get it set up, Dougie.
Assume the position.
Put around a corner.
Good sport, Rich.
Glad to know I'm not the only horse's ass.
Out here. There's no tree.
Well, it wasn't exactly a dig off. I had already extracted mine as Rich had the same signal. I had a 43 here, Rich, out of the hole. 44, pretty solid. And I already got a look at it, and it's another copper under this dirt bomb. Right there.
Oh.
A good size one. There's been 2 Connecticut's found today, maybe 3 if that's what Charlie's turns out to be. I wouldn't mind getting one myself.
Have you?
I found one in the past, but it's been a while. I think there might be detail on it, I think.
I thought I saw something.
Would you mind brushing this for me, Rich? And brush it with a soft brush if you got one, because I don't want to. I got one here if you need one. I don't want to rip that top layer off.
Yeah, I think there's a bust.
You see a bust?
I think.
I can't see one from my angle.
See, these soft brushes don't get the mud off.
Oh, I see something right there.
I think it is I think it might say George right there.
Okay, all right. I like George.
Maybe.
George Foreman. I hope it's not Boy George. I wouldn't want Boy George. All right, let's clean this up and see what George I got, and hopefully it's something cool. All right, there's my copper Lynn that he brushed down, and this might be one of the nicer KG2s I've ever gotten.
He's a beaut.
Now, it's not cleaned real well yet. We only kind of gave it a field brushing, but look at the letters popping on the left-hand side.
Yep, in the bust.
Where it would say Georgievich. I could see his nose real clear, his forehead. I could see a pimple on his cheek.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's got a little blackhead,
I think it's a mole.
But really nice front. The back is pretty toasty, at least at the moment. It's hard to get that top layer of crud off. And the field I try to get just enough so people can see what it is. But under this layer, this thing's going to really pop when I can, get around the cleaning it.
George II.
Yeah, you're going back 1750 or so, so really old before even a country. Thank you, Perron, for helping me light them up. Awesome. Oh man, another incredible new field that we weren't real sure of. But when you're detecting an old field and it's flanked on 3 sides by colonial houses, you're really giving yourself the best chance. 2 King George II halfpennies, each going back to the 1750s, including Charlie's that was holed way back in the day. Of course, Rich's 2-cent piece, our second 2-cent piece in as many weeks. And of course, the crescendos, at least in my mind, not 1 but 2 Connecticut state coppers, each going back to the 1780s. They are very scarce to find, at least in our neck of the woods. Now, normally this is the time I would tell you to tune in this Thursday for the Quarter After live show to see more of this hunt and maybe last week's hunt. But unfortunately, I got family obligations, so I have to push it to next Thursday night. It's going to be a fun time. You might win some prizes next Thursday night, the Quarter After live show. But otherwise, let me get out of here, guys. I got a ton of editing to do before next week. So thanks for watching, everybody. Happy hunting, and I will see you on the next one. Later.